everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So here's an article pointing out, a royal expert pointing out what Harry was really doing when he visited the UK recently. And I don't know why I didn't think of this immediately. Like if it had been Meghan, I would have seen it immediately. But with Harry, you don't necessarily expect it so much, but we should, cognitive bias there. Turns out Harry is just as bad as Meghan with the trying to steal the limelight. I'm sure many of you realize this, but it's just so bizarre of Harry to behaving like this. And I love what this writer calls him. So it says royal biography points out what Prince Harry did to try to outsmart King Charles with the UK trip. Royal watchers were surprised when Prince Harry showed up at the Royal Courts of Justice in London for a hearing in his privacy case against Associated Newspapers Limited on March 27th, which is all based on fraud, like we showed in the last video. The reason people weren't expecting to see him there is because Harry had the option to stay at his home in Montecito, California, to attend remotely. Now, a royal biographer is pointing out one reason and one reason alone, that the Duke of Sussex made the grand appearance in person. Prince Harry's surprise appearance was seen as a stunt. Several commentators and experts analyzed the prince's appearance, and some viewed it as a stunt. Australian journalist Daniela Elser wrote in Newscom AU, quote, Harry's trip to London was a stunt had stunt written all over it. You see, Monday's courtroom outing was only a preliminary hearing, and Harry was not there to give evidence. Remote access was reportedly provided, meaning that Aitch, I see the H, right? And I was like, that's great. Like, that's what Meghan calls him, Aitch, right? So from now on, we have to call Harry Aitch. He's H. That's what Meghan calls him. I love that. That's my first time seeing it. Probably most of you have seen that before, but I thought that was hysterical. That's perfect. H could have watched things online from the comfort of his Montecito meditation yurt. Him turning up in person in the UK, only the 5th time he has done so in over 3 years, was a surefire way to ensure that the court case got serious publicity. Oh yeah, not only did he show up, he did a little dance with the photographer here. Here we go. We're going to get the little performance here. Let's see, H. Do his little dance with the photographer. You want to see it again? Because this is all choreographed to overshadow Prince Charles is what it's coming to. See, look at him. He looks over just like Meghan looks at the photographer. And this is their cameraman making sure you see the cameras around. Look how they're crowded around him like that. They never do that in reality. And look at this. Oh, oops. That was such a stunt. What a stunt. Yeah, so I just love how his cameraman made sure to grasp the image of him like surrounded in the front by these photographers, which never, ever, ever happens. This was such a setup. Lady C confirmed. H called these photographers and told them to be there. And look at the shots they got of him. They took of him. Look at this. Look at this. You never see. Meghan loves this. Oh, Meghan is salivating. She's playing this over and over again, slow motion. She's like, this is gonna be my next Netflix. This is what he went for right here. I mean, to overshadow Prince Charles, but also to do this little stunt here. This is all like freaking soap opera. Who needs Days of Our Lives or General Hospital? We got Harry and Meghan, right? Unbelievable. That whole thing was just a stunt from beginning to end in that video as well. Anyways, but royal author Angela Levin, who spent time with the Duke of Sussex while writing Harry a biography of a prince. So Angela Levin's interesting because she knew Harry well, interviewing him before Meghan arrived, right? She believes that his visit to the country was for another reason. In a column for Sky News, Levin opined that Harry did so to outsmart and overshadow King Charles's important trip. Yes, that's what Meghan loves to do. And I've always attributed it to Meghan, but now we know Harry is the same way. Harry and Meghan are both guilty of being attention whores, and this proves it. Harry did this on his own. Quote, legal wranglings with his old media nemesis aside, I believe the real spiteful purpose of the trip was to outsmart his father and stepmother. He must really hate Camilla. The visit coincided with day one of King Charles and Queen Consort Camilla's first state visit abroad. And remember how Harry and Meghan overshadowed Prince William and Catherine's trip to Pakistan by coming out with that documentary from South Africa where Meghan, surrounded by impoverishment, boo-hoo-hoos that nobody asks if she's okay. I mean, she is such an inhumane person. And this is another one. So now their first state visit for King Charles and Queen Camilla, they were supposed to, it was the beginning of the new monarch's reign. The plan was first to Paris, which ended up being canceled due to protests, before moving to Berlin as part of a 6-day travel itinerary. So this is why Harry really went. Or I'm going to check. We're going to double check. Quote, it was inconceivable that another royal would try to steal the spotlight from such a significant occasion. But Harry's respect for the monarchy and those working within it has disintegrated ever since he and his wife Meghan stepped back as senior royals in 2020. So you can only imagine what's going to happen at this coronation, right? So that's the end of the article. So yeah, Aitch, Aitch, not only there to do a little Netflix performance, he was also there to take the spotlight away. I mean, isn't this Harry and Meghan are just so disgustingly juvenile, and they really need to get jobs, really. That they have nothing else to do but try to. This is what Meghan loves to do: try to take that spotlight, try to get that press, get those column inches. I mean, she really is. Her and Harry really are obsessed with that. In particular, try to you know outshine or boost themselves in the media. I mean, just like when Prince William came to Boston, Meghan had Fulani Ngozi come out, right, with that false allegation of racism, right? A woman who was not even invited to the gathering that she intruded upon, and then claimed that asking her where she was from was somehow racist, which is a total BS and just another publicity stunt to take attention away and to attack Camilla and any journalists. So, the royal family. So, here's another tactic Harry and Meghan are doing, trying to make themselves seem more important in the media. And it's so shallow, lame, pathetic. I mean, Meghan really has she's converting the power, the world fame she got from being a royal, becoming a royal, and converting it into this celebrity thing in the US. She's trying to do this, I think, part of that. And it's just so undignified, right? It's just so gross. I mean, it's, it's sad. And it's pathetic, and she's got Harry doing it. And she's got Harry betraying his own family. So that's the dagger, right? So it's not just that, the two competitors trying to outmaneuver each other in the media. It's like Meghan has turned Harry against his family. So it's really dark and sinister and diabolical, in my opinion. I mean, it's not enough that they can command world publicity for stepping out in public whenever they want. They turn this into this competition, right? So I'm going to throw a few cards. I'm going to be using Tarot of the Abyss. Tarot of the Abyss. That's what Harry and Meghan come from, the Abyss. Royal family is doing its thing, and Harry and Meghan and have to come out of the abyss and cause trouble. Just for the sake of causing trouble, right? That's the way they are, like juvenile delinquents, but evil juvenile delinquents with too much money, wasting taxpayers' money, flying for 10 hours in a private jet while telling everybody else, yeah, you got to get my app and count your carbon points and make sure you don't use too many towels on your next trip to New Zealand, right? That's Prince Harry for you. Major wicked, they're wicked. All right, so Was Harry trying to what was Harry thinking there? Was he trying to outshine? I mean, it looked like it was a dual thing. Like he's there getting the pressure on. Oh, look at that. Two of Swords. So I get that he was there for a couple of reasons, you know. He was there. I mean, it really suited their agenda, right? So he's there getting publicity. He's being two-faced. And there's Meghan in the background there. You didn't see her. She made sure to be invisible in this. While Harry's out there doing his little performance, their deception, nothing's ever as it seems with them. They never, whatever they're doing, there's an ulterior motive. Because Meghan always has to have it that way because she wants to be this mastermind of criminality. She enjoys pulling whatever stunts she can to get the most evil mileage out of it because they're just evil. So yeah, so there was definitely ulterior couple of motives there. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. So working together with the others, getting the others involved in this, making a lot of attention with the other celebrities. Oh, and the Five of Pentacles. And of course to play the victim as well. Right, Harry and Meghan. Poor us. The royal family won't have us. We're so badly treated. The royal family won't have us, and the media is hunting us down, just like Diana. And the royal family kicked us out of Frogmore. But of course, Harry stayed in Frogmore. We know that. Um, yeah. So this was to try to get sympathy for themselves. I mean, that video with the photographers, like as if wherever Harry goes is this pile of photographers that he called, that Meghan called. I mean, that was such a setup. That was so fake and phony. And they're just these actors. I mean, both of them are being actors, but they're pretending it's real life. And they're getting other celebrities involved with it. Now, whether the other celebrities know that they're being used by Harry and Meghan in this way, probably not. Like Lady C said, there's been a lot of deception here. I don't think Elton John would have jumped on this lawsuit if he had known it was based on a fraud, or the others, because now they all look like a-holes now. So they're all going to be, not happy. But as right now, this little publicity stunt of Harry's to overshadow. Yeah, and of course, what Harry did, and another reason he was there, is to announce the royal family withheld information from me. So here's a statement that the basis of his court case was a total lie, a fabrication, a fraud. And then Harry comes out and says, see, they were hiding information from me. I mean, look at the lie, begets lie, and it's all to attack the royal family and to make themselves appear as victims. This is Meghan's weaponization of the media. She does this all the time. She uses the media to attack. Seven of Swords. Trickery, deceit. Yeah, because they want more money. They always want more money. More money, and they want to sit on that balcony. They're like, you better put us on the balcony or we're going to overshadow all of your events. Meghan with her manipulative, calculating mind will figure out a way, right? It's just so unbelievable, what they're doing here. So how did Prince Charles feel? Excuse me, Prince Charles. King Charles. The King of Swords. Reversed. Criminality here. King Charles is not happy. And it's just and it got canceled at the last minute, and nobody saw that coming, right? Nobody thought, because Macron was ready to go. They were saying, oh, Macron's going to take King Charles here and there, and they had it all set up, and it was a go. So Harry and Meghan had no idea. So was this, yeah, how's King Charles feeling about, because I'm sure he probably knew Harry was coming, right? You come into the country, I'm sure there's a flag, because Harry has to go through customs, right? So then there's probably a direct alert to King Charles saying, "Oh, Harry's in the country," right? Page of Wands. So this was a message in the media, a little King of. Oh, this is King of Wands. Excuse me. Did I say King of Swords? King of Wands reverse. So Harry acting badly, his plans going awry there. Well, not totally awry. I mean, he did get his Netflix footage, putting out his messages in the media, and trying being a malevolent little problem child, using and abusing the media with Meghan to send their messages out to the royal family. How did King Charles feel about it? I mean, King Charles obviously was well aware of what they were doing. Um, Not good for Harry. Be pissing off the king. That's all I gotta say. Son. It could be literally the sun. And King Charles is like, yeah, ooh, Ten of Pentacles reversed. Someone's not gonna get their money the way they're behaving. Ten of Pentacles reversed, royal family, because this is Harry with his hand out, saying, give me money, pa, give me money." And I see it reversed, which means Harry just, again, King Charles is a Scorpio. He's gonna get his revenge somehow here, and it's probably gonna be financial and otherwise. Five of Cups reversed. He is very displeased with what Harry is doing, Harry's behavior, because he knows this is not Harry. He knows that Harry is under the guise, under the sway of this manipulative woman who's, using him like a toy here, like a yo-yo, dangling him out, showing her power, because he sees that Harry out there, because Harry really thinks that he wants to do this, right? And Meghan's the one with Harry on the string, the marionette here, right? So King Charles, of course, blames Meghan in the background. She was careful to stay out of this, right? She's Meghan sets up this whole fraud of a court case, which I have no doubt she helped set up behind Miss Rachel Zane. But then when the shizzle hits the fan, Meghan's nowhere to be seen, right? So this whole stunt of trying to outshine in the media with their Sunshine Sacks. I know people say Sunshine Sacks doesn't work for them anymore, but still, the same tactics that Sunshine Sacks uses, their PR. I see this as their PR card, Meghan's PR that she uses and abuses. And King Charles is aware that this is a PR attack, weaponized PR of Meghan, and he's thinking, oh, you're not going to be getting nothing, honey. He's like waiting. I see that this is going to harm them in the future with their inheritance and other things. And he was not happy with them, what they're doing here. And yeah, and he knows who's behind it secretively here. Reversed, I said secretively. He knows that basically Meghan Markle is dangling his son out there and making him make a fool out of himself with a court case based on a fraud, and all these celebrities out there making fools of themselves. I mean, they should all they should all be furious with Meghan right now. Elton John. I think Meghan, hopefully Meghan has really angered a lot of prominent celebrities there. That's what I'm hoping. Because they ought to know how bad they look now doing this. I mean, making a huge deal, getting all Harry calling all the photographers to be there and take his picture and get his Netflix video there. Yeah, I mean, that was a real. I'm sure Harry wanted Elton John to walk in there with him too, so it looked like he was part of a group and they were all wronged, and Harry's just one of them. We all know it's Harry and Meghan behind this whole thing. We all know it. It's about the money, and yeah, trying to take the spotlight. Unbelievable. How did Camilla feel about it? Because they gotta be careful how they treat Camilla. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, lovers reversed. So Camilla was even more unhappy with what they Harry and Meghan have done, and she just can't wait for the two of them to divorce. She's like she wants to drive a wedge between them, and Camilla wants some justice, baby. Camilla's like, I want justice from these two. Ace of Cups, something new. So Camilla is going in the works with I think her people, and she's like, she wants to try to drive a wedge between them, split them up. I think the first order of the day for Camilla in charge is to get that divorce going already, you know, and uh, set things right here, because this is all playing out on the world stage. It's very embarrassing, and she doesn't. And obviously, Charles and Camilla don't want to deal with this for the rest of their lives. Like, King Charles allegedly said to Harry, like, don't make the rest my final days here, my last few days, don't make them a misery. Don't make me suffer because of you. But that's obviously what Harry and Meghan intend upon, to cause them as much pain and suffering and embarrassment and trying to out make it seem as if they're more popular or something when they're really just more infamous and more scandalous. Um, yeah. I think Camilla wants some justice here. She's going to be getting some new ideas to do so. I think, just the fact that people are aware of what's going on and people sympathize with them rather than Harry and Meghan is a boost for them. So that actually boomerangs and backfires on Harry and Meghan, and it gives King Charles more and Camilla more sympathy. People are like aware of this, but to be honest, it wasn't the first thing I thought, and because you don't expect it with Harry. If it had been Meghan, it would have been the first thing I thought. Oh yeah, she's trying to outshine their trip. With Harry, though, you know, yeah, he's doing the same thing as Meghan. You have to imagine Harry with chicken legs and, excuse me, H with chicken legs, and then you see his real motivations because this is so out of character for him, right? I mean, this is the way Megan's always been, ostensibly, right? But with H, I mean, he's changed so much. He's actually turned into Megan with his behavior and tactics and what he's doing. So it's like you have to sort of reframe what you know, forget what you know about H, and put, chicken legs on him. And every time he does something, it's going to be the same motives as chicken legs. I mean, it appears Megan really has the remote control on H and just pushes the buttons and he runs and does it. So much so, even getting on a 10-hour private jet flight back to London just to pull this little stunt to outshine his father, the king, right? Wow, and he's gotta control everything, William and Charles. So they should be kissing Charles's butt right now because William's not gonna have any sympathy, you know that. How did William feel about this? William wants to take them out. William's not gonna have any sympathy for them at all. They'll be lucky if they have anything left when William's done with them. Oh yes, this is how William's feeling. Five of Wands. William wants to fight back. And of course, William and Catherine have in the media, William and Catherine have, like I said, two birds going at it in the media, bang, bang, bang. Because, William and Catherine have done it with dignity and by, just being perfect and looking perfect and being very careful what they say. Because, of course, even when they are careful, the Sussex squad will misinterpret and, um, what do you call it? Lie about what they've said to try to accuse them of something. Because that's what they do. And that's another weapon of Harry and Meghan that's totally out of control. But William and Catherine have been fighting back in the media and out maneuvering Harry and Meghan and looking better than them and just doing a better job with everything. So, but the battle continues. I mean, William and Catherine know that this is a battle. This is that everything they do, Harry and Meghan are going to be trying to malign, misinterpret, overshadow, um, and just to attack the royal family. But Harry is the real, problem because he's the one who's threatening to reveal everything. Although his first book was just lies, but the second one, if he comes out with another one, he may come out with some real stories. Who knows? He could. And just by this stunt he pulled, it's quite clear that Meghan controls him completely to do something like this to his own father on his first state visit. So it's very concerning in that way. Not only that they're trying to do court cases based on fabricated documents and bringing in other celebrities who I'm sure are none too pleased, uh, but this is the lengths they will go, to see that they'll, wow, that there's no lengths they won't go to. They don't care who they throw under the bus. They don't care who they embarrass. And, this is why nobody in Hollywood trusts them or will hang out with them. And who can blame them? Does Elton John regret getting involved in this already? Or is he being sympathetic? How does Elton John feel about being dragged in and his partner there? Now, remember, Meghan was supposed to do a cartoon with David Furnish. Remember, they were going to do that cartoon about Meghan's life, and they were going to, I forget the name, Pearl. They were going to call it Pearl for some reason. I don't know where that came from. Of course, pearls are white. Anyway, Page of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, that didn't work out. No, Too many disagreements there because Meghan is too crazy to work with. I think they figured that out. Is Elton John, does he regret getting involved? Now, this lawsuit had been building for many years, so it's possible that Elton John and Dave Furnish got involved with it with Harry. They took them at face value earlier on before Harry and Meghan were exposed as the charlatans that they are, as the liars and deceptors and fraudsters that they are. But I think that, if they had approached Elton John like now, he probably would have been like, no, thank you, no. But I think that early on he didn't see that. That's why he allowed them to visit his home and in France and whatnot. So is Elton John regretting getting involved in this with Harry and Meghan, this lawsuit, or what? Oh yeah, look at that. Judgment reversed. Yeah. He is very much so regretting it. Yes. He just can't believe it. Awakening. He had an awakening there. And I think that, he's being quiet about it though. Like he knows just to not, he's not out to get them in the media. He doesn't want to be involved in this drama. He doesn't want to, and he doesn't want to make it worse. So he's being silent. But you see, this is like an angel on top of a corpse here. Elton John is just, he feels like Meghan came in and like sucked the soul out of Harry and him, and just like Meghan's like this succubus. It's like a succubus here looking. That's Meghan the succubus coming in and just draining the energy and goodwill and the souls of people here. That's what Meghan wants to do. She wants to suck everybody dry of everything and just suck the energy out of the room and suck all the publicity out. She's just a huge, long, parasitic sucker there. Anyways, that's why, yeah, so things are not going well. Things are going downhill, hopefully faster and faster as each day progresses. All right, so that is what I have for you today. So I hope you enjoyed this. If so, please like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.